Started. So hey, so welcome. So this is being recorded. So those of you watching later, my name is Alana, and thank you, Danae, of course, for getting on, and for anybody who's watching later. We've been doing these calls for a couple of months now, and our goal with these is to explain or to help more people on their fitness journey and to be able to just get more people involved in their own health and how, explain what we do as coaches. So tonight I'll be asking one of our team leaders, Tony Furtado, a few questions that typically come up when we're talking about health and fitness and some different things. And then at the end, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. So we'll go ahead and get started. So Tony, what were you doing before you started your online business?
Before I started my online business, I worked at a special ed behavioral school with kids that were kicked out of public schools, and I loved it, but financially, it wasn't really paying the bills. So what I would do is I would always have a job or two on the sides. For the most part, I usually had 3 jobs at the same time. I'd be working at a gym, I'd work at a bar, either bartending or bouncing, and financially, I was still struggling. So that's one of the main reasons why I started my online fitness business. I never did anything like this before, but I was thinking to myself, if I can maybe stay a little bit more accountable on my fitness journey, help a few people on theirs. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but if I can make $500 a month by doing it, then maybe I can quit one of my part-time jobs and have a little bit more time for myself. I was grinding. I was working 3 jobs, going from one job to the next, 60 hours a week, sometimes more, and still struggling financially. So I had given up on the dream of ever being like financially stable, but I knew if I could use my online business to get rid of one of my part-time jobs, at the very least, I'd have a little bit more time for myself.
And why did you choose Beachbody?
I didn't really choose Beachbody when Beachbody came my way, and that was the only thing that came my way. It's not like 6 different opportunities came my way, and I kind of looked into all 6 of them and asked the appropriate questions and chose Beachbody. It was the only one that came my way. I never really heard of anybody pulling off an online business. Looking back, I'm glad it was Beachbody, because if it wasn't Beachbody, I don't think I would have been successful with it, because I know the integrity that Beachbody has behind their products and behind their company. And I see all these other fitness companies out there throwing products out there, and I'm like, oh my God. And they're throwing soy in their shakes, and they're cutting corners with artificial crap and fillers, and that's stuff that Beachbody doesn't do. So if I have a product and I can't put it in my parents' hands, I'm not going to put it in someone else's hands. So for me, I am very thankful that it was Beachbody, because if it wasn't Beachbody, I'd still be working 3 jobs and 60, 70 hours a week.
Totally. Like I'm so impressed with the products. Like I grew up, like both of my parents are like old retired hippies basically. And so they're really into health and fitness. And I showed this to my mom, and she was really impressed. And I'd looked through it, and I'd done some research myself. And I've known about the soy for a long time, and I just was so impressed when I was first learning about this. The products are incredible, and you can't get everything that's in it anywhere else in one location.
And if you could, because I was friends with a guy that was a nutritionist and strength and conditioning coach for the Olympic team in the USA Army. And he said, even if you could get all the ingredients, he's like, you wouldn't be able to get the percentages right. And the percentages have to work together for your body to absorb it all properly. And then he kind of went into why pills in a hard capsule, you look at the back, it says 8,000% and 4,000%, and you're peeing out fluorescent yellow. He's like, yeah, the percentages are all out of whack. You're taking these pills, you're not feeling any better, and it's wear and tear on your organs, and it's an absolute train wreck. So he did say, even if you could get these somewhere, and he's not on our team or anything, but he said, if you could get them, you're never going to get the percentages right. They do it all for you.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Tony, what are you looking for as a Beachbody coach?
As Beachbody coaches, I think we look for, it's really like 3 types of people. We run online private accountability groups to help people that are struggling on their fitness journey. So those people that are kind of in a rut, maybe they've never really worked out or don't even know where to start, or maybe had a kid and they don't have the motivation to kind of get back on their fitness journey. So the people that are in a rut, I think those are people that we want to bring into our accountability groups, make them feel like they're a part of something, let them know that there are people there to support them and help motivate them on their fitness journey. And for some people, that's all they really need is a few people doing it with them. And then they don't feel like they're doing it all by themselves. So that's one piece of it. Obviously, the people that are kind of on that roller coaster ride where they're good for a month and then all of a sudden September comes and the kids are back in school. Maybe you have a son playing football. So good for a month, bad for a month or two, good for a month, and they're on a roller coaster ride or a yo-yo journey with their health and fitness. And we feel like if we have them in our groups month after month after month, we've gotten those people to be consistent where it's not a roller coaster. Maybe they don't have as good a month as they did the month before, but you know what? They don't take a step backwards when they're putting on 10, 15 pounds in a bad month because they have the accountability and the support of the group. So those people that are kind of in between, they're kind of in limbo, they're not doing great, they're not doing bad, they're just kind of there. So I think those people have seen great success. And then obviously people that are doing well on their fitness journey, they can help us inspire other people to get up off their couch and progress forward on their fitness journey. So the people that are doing well, and it's funny, when you're doing well on your fitness journey, you want to help other people because you know what it feels like to kind of be in the zone and doing well. So we've had a lot of people on our team join our team because they flat out want to come in and help other people see the results and feel the way that they've been feeling.
What's your number one job as a Beachbody coach?
We obviously have our accountability groups to kind of keep people supported on their fitness journey. We run those every month, and we are now starting kids accountability groups in September. I was a special ed school teacher for 13 years, so I love working with children. So we're going to have the parents and the kids in there, and we're going to talk about being a student athlete, getting your homework in, getting your workout in, and having the parents kind of work with the kids as far as structuring time and making not only schoolwork, not only fitness a priority, but schoolwork as well. So we have those groups going on, and those groups are very, very important. But for me, the number one piece, I feel, is for me to be accountable on my own journey. If people are watching me day after, and I'm not perfect on my fitness journey, but if people are watching me and they're like, wow, it's Friday, Tony's still going at it. It's Saturday, I thought he would have quit by now, and here he is. I'm going in the backwards direction, and he's still getting his workouts in. So if I'm accountable on my fitness journey, I know people are watching, and then they very often come to me and say, hey, Tony, I got a wedding coming up. Do you guys have a 3-day cleanse or something like that? Or Tony, I've been looking into pre-workouts. I can't find one. What would you recommend? Do you guys have one? So if I'm accountable on my fitness journey, and I know people are watching me because we are all on social media, then people start coming to me and they just start asking for support.
Yeah, absolutely. And personally, I find like for my own journey, just being a coach, I'm that much more committed to myself and my own health, which makes, me happier. It makes me, a better wife, a better mom, a better friend, just because I feel like, I need to be somebody that does what I say I do.
I got a quick story for you. If I wasn't a coach, I wouldn't have worked out today. I had a girl that was supposed to come to my house, and we were delivering backpacks for the homeless kids. And she was supposed to show up at 10, and then it was 10:30, and then it was noon. She showed up at 1:15, and then and I'm like, hey, I don't have time to drop these off. You were supposed to be here at 10. I got so much I have to do. She's like, come on, they want to meet you. So she drove us to the wrong town, to the street in the wrong town, and then but you know what? I'm like, I'm in the group. And then I swung by my buddy's gym. I worked out for about 40 minutes. I'm like, I got it, because I know people are watching me, and I invite these people into the group. And if I wasn't a coach, I would have came home and taken a nap. I was so aggravated with my friend. I'm still aggravated with her. I might actually show her this video. I am not happy. And I was pretty vocal with her. I'm like, dude, how do you pick the wrong town? But anyway, so the groups make me more accountable as well. And I've been working out for over 20 years. And because of the groups, I'm better on my fitness journey.
So what do you like best about being a Beachbody coach?
To me, the best part about being a Beachbody coach, now when people see it from the outside, the people that don't know me, they don't get it. I came into this business looking to make money. I came in looking to make $500 extra a month, and I'm pretty vocal about that. So my first year, part-time, we have to say income is not guaranteed. I made $18,000 as a Beachbody coach. I was like, wow, part-time jobs, get out of here, breathing room. I can save a little bit of money. So I was like, oh. And then in my head, I'm thinking, well, if I made $18,000 my first year, maybe I can make $36,000 my second year part-time while having my full-time teaching job. I actually made $86,000 my second year, And then that's when I quit teaching and became a full-time Beachbody coach. And the great thing about this opportunity, you can do whatever you want. I made roughly, in the last 3 years, I made roughly $1.8 million. It was like $1.779 million. And I was someone that used to make $30,000 a year with my teaching gig. And I was struggling. So I came in for the money. Beachbody rewarded me with money because there were so many people helped on their fitness journey. But to me, the best part about this group, it's the stories. The stories, when you get Tony, I used to be embarrassed to go play with my kids outside. I would never go outside because I thought their friends would make fun of me because I was overweight, but now I'm down 50 pounds and I'm out there with them and their friends, and I actually am not tired within the first 10 minutes, things like that. Because when you bring people into the group, now you're part of their journey, they're a part of your journey, and it gets really emotional. So I get messages like that all the time. And a lot of it has to do with family-related things. Sometimes it's, you know what, Tony, I'm in a size 8 pants for the first time since high school. So to me, no, the paychecks don't bring me to tears. What brings me to tears are the stories, because you're involved in them while they happen. They don't tell you right away why they want to join the group, but then you find out 6 months later when they have positive results, the reason why I did this was because of this or that. And to me, that's always going to be the best part, because every time I get it, it still brings tears to my eyes.
Absolutely. I have a friend who I was, she's been on her fitness journey for about a year now. And last year she lost about 45 pounds in the first maybe 6 months that she was, doing the programs. And I didn't really know she was struggling with like some infertility issues. And she messaged me, a little bit later, and she's like, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When they're not in a good place, they're not going to tell you about their struggles. But once they're in a better place, now they're strong enough to express, this is what I was dealing with, and you guys kind of helped me. And that's when it becomes really powerful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Get teary-eyed thinking about it. I don't even know this girl you're talking about. Yeah, don't do this to me.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
I tell people all the time, when I was working at the school, that job, I loved it. I volunteered for a year after. I donate there every year. I go back a few times a year. That job filled my soul. But unfortunately, it didn't fill my bank account, so I was struggling. So although that job filled my soul, it was a source of stress because I was always thinking about money and paying bills. So Beachbody was an opportunity that not only filled my soul, it filled my bank account at the same time. There are so many people out there that maybe have good jobs that fill their bank account, but they're kind of like meaningless jobs, and they're just kind of in the rat race, kind of going through the motions. But I'm telling you, Beachbody found a way to do both. I've been in this for about 7.5 years, and I love this more now than I did when I first came in. And very often when you have an opportunity or a job, you're all excited when you get it, but about a year or two into it, you're like, yeah, it's all right. Oh, I thought a year ago you said it was the best job ever. Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. I'm kind of looking. With this, it's like, well, this just keeps getting better because you just keep finding more and more people that you can help.
It's amazing. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, and then we can address any questions that we have.